I was so wrong, and I will explain why. The prices were at 250, and after the update they went all the way to 100, 125. They went even lower, but I told you, don't sell, don't panic sell, they will go up, and they did. They went up a little bit. They went up all the way to 160, which is not too bad. It's less than a 50% drop, but they went even lower. The panic is only starting. And tomorrow is Saturday. That means that the weekends are ahead, when everybody has some spare time to finally look at their portfolio, to cry and panic sell everything. Everybody have lost so much money on the skins, so they will go on the market and they will try to just get rid of it, because they've seen so many videos of all the streamers unboxing those crazy Dopplers, and now they think, oh, why do I need to hold my knife? There are so much supply. Let's do some calculation. On the market, there are around 9 million covered skins. Well, but that's just the people have it in game on the market. If you go to the facts, there are 20 million covered skins in the supply in the game. 20 million covered skins. That means there are 5 million knives and gloves can be minted, and from this, if you follow the calculation, you take 20 million, divide them by 5, and you get 5.5 million additional supply of knives and gloves. 5.5 million. That's 72% increase. That's insane. That's mental. There are gonna be so much more skins, and all the skins and gloves will be worth 0. So you better hurry and sell. But this is what they want you to do. This is what they want you to believe. There is so much supply, and it's just not worth to hold your gloves. And what is happening on the market? It's madness. People are selling the skins with 50, 60, 70% discounts. You could get those gloves for $200. This is insane. This is unheard of. Yesterday, literally 2 days ago, the prices were double. You could barely get a good skin for $400, $500, and now 2 days later, some people selling them for 120. This is insane. This is incredible. Why? So let's come back to our calculation. We calculated gonna be 72% increase in skins of gloves and knives, but that's wrong. There are 20 million covered skins in the game, but that doesn't mean that everybody have those skins and they're ready to sell those skins. A lot of those skins have expensive stickers. A lot of those skins are in inventories that are lost forever, that are gone, that are banned. So theoretically, even if everybody takes all the skins, that's not gonna be 72% increase. Maybe that's gonna be 50 max. So what is happening? To mint 5 skins, you need to mint the knife or the gloves, but you need to do some trade ups, and people say, oh yeah, well, there are all these skins that nobody wants. So to get a knife, you would need 50 classified, or 500 restricted, or 5,000 mil-spec skins, the blue skins. 5,000! So imagine how long it would take you to do the contract. And would you really be bothered to do it? And now, a couple of mistakes that I did. When I was telling you that don't sell, I was actually buying. This is not a good advice. This was a bad advice, because I got a couple of gloves and they went down even lower. So I potentially lost hundreds of pounds on the trade that I did. The second mistake is not all covered skins are ready for trade-ups. The problem is that some operations, like for example Operation Broken Fang, they have gloves, but there are two cover skins, and both of them comes with the star with the tracking. So what does that mean? When you buy a skin with stat track, you cannot put them in a trade up contract. So the stat track skins, you don't need them. So if you have stat track skins in your inventory or you bought some by mistake, put them on a platform straight away and get rid of them, because prices for those items will not go up, they will only go down. So only look at the cover skins which doesn't have a tracker. So otherwise you wouldn't be able to mint the gloves, because with gloves you don't get a count on kills. That's one of the mistakes I learned, and please don't do it. Second thing I wanted to talk about is the Operation Breakout weapon case. And according to some traders, people are saying, okay, you just get 5 skins and you get a knife. So all your knives or your butterflies, nobody wants them, because there are just like so many of them. So let me tell you that this is wrong. Let me explain why. To craft the butterfly knife, you need 5 of those skins. The cheapest you can get is the $100 for a minimal wear. So you get 5 of those skins, that's $500. You put them in a trade-up contract, and what you get, you don't get the slaughter or the Doppler or Autotronic or even the freehand. What you will get is the worst, the most disgusting looking skin you can find in a game. You will get Safari Mesh, you will have the Forest skin, you will have some other skins which look absolutely disgusting, and you will just lose money on them. And then, by the time you will be able to trade them, in 1 week, mark my words, in less than a week, all these people that were spending all the time since the news update hit, they spent all the time crafting the knives, crafting the butterfly knives. In less than a week, all those thousands and thousands and thousands of skins will just like flood the market. The people are scared. The Chinese investors that put all the life savings in it, they used to treat skins like their savings account. In China, as far as I know, you cannot really hold money. You don't have a savings account. So people from China, they put all the monies in crypto, in NFTs, and this was kind of like a safe investment for them. And now the investment is shaken. The foundation is broken. They are panic selling. They're putting everything down on the market. So you will spend hundreds of pounds, hundreds of dollars to get those skins, to craft some items. You will get the most horrible looking skins, and then by the time your week ban expires, they're gonna be tens of thousands of horrible looking skins just flooding the market. They're gonna be worth nothing. They're literally gonna go down, and I don't know how long they're gonna be down, but this can continue. And let me give some example. Back in 2017, when the Bitcoin mania was strong, I put all my money in crypto. I didn't have much. I probably put like $1,000. I was buying at 8,000. I was buying at 10,000. I was buying at 11,000. I was buying at 14,000. And I think I remember it went to maybe 16,000 and then started crashing down. And it was crashing for years. It went down so much that I was just crying that I put all my money and it was like literally going to zero. And then in 2019 the price collapsed. It went down under 3,000, and I was so scared. I probably had maybe $300 left. I lost over 80% of my investment, and I literally I was crying and I forgot about this money. And then in the summer, the prices started to go up, and when it hit 8, 9,000 or even 6,000, I remembered, oh, I have this Bitcoin, I can sell now because the price is finally recovered. And then it went down, and I was feeling really happy until the crypto boom started. And then it all the same story again. It's all the same story with skins. The price goes down, people are scared, people are panicking. Price goes up a little, price goes down, and price will continue to go down. But in reality, we had a good run. This is not sustainable, and the bubble has burst. And this is it, guys. This is it. You don't do the mistake. You don't rush to buy stuff. You hide and wait for good deals. You go on the market and you see some people are making big mistakes. Some people, as I just showed you, they selling stuff without realizing they're selling the stuff that is worth much more. The reality, in 1 week, the market gonna be flooded with cheap skins, but the good skins gonna be still rare. It is from 90, from the 100 trades, 99 is gonna be rubbish, and only 1%. So from our calculation of maybe it's gonna be like 1 million extra knives and gloves. From then, only 1% will be good knives and gloves. So don't worry if you have a good knives, good gloves. It's no point to sell them. If you sell them now, you're gonna pay 15% commission. You're gonna lose your money, and then you don't know if it's gonna go down, if it's gonna go up. Maybe it will go up, you will regret it, you will start to FOMO in, you will buy it again, you will pay 15% commission again. So not just you lost 50% of the value in a few days, and it will continue to lose value, but you also gave Wolf what they wanted. You use the platform and you gave them another 15%, and then the market will go up, and then you will buy and you'll give them another 15%. So they wrecked you, they fucked you, and you said, okay, thank you very much, here is another 30% of my money that you just stole from me. But go and hunt for those deals. Look, people make so much mistakes. People selling the phase 2 for the same price as they sell the other phases, which are much cheaper. So I was on the platform and I found so many good deals. People don't realize that they're selling some stuff for way too cheap than what it's worth. Let's see the Talon knife. This is the phase 2. They're selling it at the same price as other Talon knives, but this phase is so much more expensive. Look, if I put Talon Doppler in the search and I select the phase 2, you will see that the prices were 3,000, and now some people are making the mistakes. They put in the price of the item so much cheaper. So actually, if you have some money, you can do some good trades. You can buy those items which are sold by mistake, and you can put them back on sale and maybe even make some money. But I wouldn't recommend, this is too risky. So what we will do, we will go and we will buy the boxes. The boxes will always stay in a game, they will always go up in price, and the prices for them fell 30%. So this is a really good opportunity to start accumulating those boxes. This is the price of the boxes in dollars. You want to use a good platform which is reliable and not a scam, where you can register by the link. I will put it in the description. And why this platform is the best for you right now? Because people here put items and they make mistakes, and they also put items for the prices which are much lower from Steam, and much lower from the other sites. For example, I was looking to buy those gloves and I see here they cost $200, the cheapest one, and some people make a big mistake and sell them for much less. They panic sell. But if you go on other platforms like Liskins, you can see that the same gloves in here, there are 300 pounds. The price here is in euros, so that's even more. So on other platforms on Steam, the prices are 20% more than you can get on the market. So start looking for those items, start accumulating slowly, and start buying boxes. But be reasonable, don't FOMO, and don't put all your money in this market. Just put enough that you are comfortable losing if everything goes south. This is everything from me. I hope you enjoyed and have a good night.